So I've done a Frank Ocean Madness bracket, I've done a Radiohead Madness bracket, and today we're finally doing a Kanye West Madness bracket. I have 64 Kanye West songs here. These are 64 of my favorite. I didn't choose like a template online because I wanted to choose 64 of my actually like favorite Kanye West songs. And I just threw them in this bracket generator here. The seeding is all random, the matchups are all random, and yeah, we're gonna try and figure out what my favorite Kanye West song is. So we're gonna get into this. The first matchup here is Jesus Walks and St. Pablo. For me, this is pretty easy. Jesus Walks is gonna take this one. Obviously it's a pretty iconic Kanye West track. Okay, that's how you do it. So yeah, Jesus Walks is gonna take this one. St. Pablo is a great track off of The Life of Pablo, but it's not that close for me. Again, the sample on Jesus Walks and the subject matter of that track is pretty iconic. Next matchup is No Mistakes versus Cuddy Montage. I'm probably gonna go Cuddy Montage for this one. This is actually a pretty close matchup. No Mistakes is definitely one of the better ones off of Yay. And I like the sample on there. I like the feel of that track. But Cuddy Montage, I think, is going to take it. Good Morning versus Family Business. I'm going to go Family Business. I remember the first time I listened to that track, it was actually in a reaction on this channel. So if you want to see that, you can go check out my College Dropout reaction. Just a very heartwarming track. The piano in there, again, the subject matter of it, talking about his family and all that kind of stuff. It's a really powerful track, and Good Morning's great, but I don't think it really lives up to Family Business. All right, next up we got Breathe In, Breathe Out versus Black Skinhead. Black Skinhead is gonna take this easily. Breathe In, Breathe Out's not one of my favorite off of College Dropout. Black Skinhead is just iconic, with the visceral energy to it, the drums. It's a Kanye banger, so it's gonna take it pretty easily. All of the Lights is gonna beat Homecoming here. I wouldn't be surprised if All of the Lights makes it pretty much to the end. All of the Lights is a top tier Kanye song in my opinion. The production on that, the drums, Rihanna, everything about that track. I'll probably talk about it more as this video goes on, but All of the Lights is gonna take it. Even though Homecoming does have a pretty solid Chris Martin feature from Coldplay, All of the Lights is way better, so that's gonna take it. Free versus Devil in a New Dress. This one's tough. Free's probably either my favorite or my second favorite off of Kids See Ghosts, but Devil in a New Dress is great as well. The sample on there, the beat, one of the best Kanye beats, I think. The Rick Ross feature, the guitar solo in the middle there is so sick. I think I'm gonna go, this one's really tough, honestly. Free is just psychedelic. It's crazy. Free is insane, has this kind of rock energy to it. I'm gonna go Free. I'm honestly kind of surprising myself there, but as I'm thinking about it more, I think I enjoy Free more. No More Parties in LA versus Selah, however you say it, is the only one I put off of Jesus King on this. I think that's the best track off that album, but I don't even think it's close to No More Parties in LA. Got the Kendrick feature, got the great beat, some of Kanye's best rapping and best lyricism. It's amazing. So we're gonna go No More Parties in LA. Wouldn't be surprised if that makes it pretty far as well. All right, we got two Kids See Ghosts ones here. Fourth Dimension versus Feel the Love. Feel the Love. I think I'm gonna go Fourth Dimension. I really like the sample flip on that one. It's a little bit more memorable in my opinion. They're both great. Pretty much every track off of Kids See Ghosts is amazing, so it's tough to choose one, but I'm gonna go Fourth Dimension. And then we have Good Life versus Through the Wire. Good Life is such a feel-good track with the T-Pain feature, the synths. I'm gonna go Through the Wire because it's iconic. Him rapping, everybody knows the story, so I don't really have to explain it. The sample flip is amazing. The sample actually saying Through the Fire, but it sounds like it's Through the Wire. It's genius. It's a genius track. It's iconic. Good Life's a feel-good track, pretty solid, but I'm gonna go Through the Wire. I was actually closer than I thought it was gonna be. I Wonder versus Blood on the Leaves. Another great sample flip on I Wonder. The feeling of that track is amazing. Blood on the Leaves though, with the Nina Simone sample, the fat horns that come in. It's a powerful track. I'm gonna go Blood on the Leaves. It's close, but I think it takes this one. Drive Slow versus the new workout plan. The new workout plan is hilarious. I kind of have to be in the right mood to enjoy it. Drive Slow's good. I'm gonna go the new workout plan. I think it's a little bit more entertaining. It's a funny track. It's funny. Hold My Liquor versus Kids See Ghosts. Probably gonna go Hold My Liquor. The Chief Keef feature is amazing. I think Bon Iver's on there too, right? Yeah, it's a pretty unique Kanye track, I feel like, too, with the synths and the guitars, and it just has a really unique sound. So we're gonna go Hold My Liquor for that. Real Friends versus Dark Fantasy. Ooh, the opener off of MBDTF versus Real Friends. I love the sentiment of Real Friends. I think I'm gonna go Dark Fantasy though. It's a pretty epic and grand opening. It's got some great Kanye rapping as well. I mean, both tracks have some great Kanye verses, but I think I like the production on Dark Fantasy a little bit more. All right, Violent Crimes versus Celebration. You guys might be surprised that Celebration's on here because I know a lot of people don't really love that track, but I think it's really good. Celebration is really good. Is it going to be Violent Crimes? Violent Crimes is great lyrically, him talking about his children and how he views women after having children. Celebration's such a feel-good track. This is tough. I'm going to go. This might be the hardest one yet. I'm going to go Celebration. I think it's more enjoyable when I listen to it. It's such a fun track. There's some funny lines in there. All right, 24 versus Stronger. Stronger's gonna win this, I think. I mean, Stronger's Kanye's most popular track, right? 24 is pretty solid off of Donda. Ooh, this one's actually close. No, I'm gonna go Stronger. The Daft Punk feature kind of puts it over the top. Not feature, sample. So Appalled versus Power. So Appalled's really good. I love the epic kind of strings in there and the instrumentation. It's a pretty long track with a bunch of different features. I think I'm gonna go Power though. Gorgeous versus Ultra Light Beam. Gorgeous has some nice Kid Cudi vocals on there. I think I'm gonna go Ultra Light Beam. I love the gospel feel to that track. That might be an upset, but really love that track. All right, Flashing Lights versus Father Stretch My Hands. I only recently really got into Flashing Lights. I didn't really listen to it much before, like a couple months ago. But the rhythm on those synths, that dun, 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 is so sick. Father Stretch My Hands, the beat drop on that is insane though. I think I'm gonna go Father Stretch My Hands. It's close, but I think the beat drop kind of puts it over the edge. Everything I Am versus Bound 2. I think I'm gonna go Everything I Am. It's one of my favorite Kanye tracks of all time, probably. I love the piano on there. I love the feel of the track. The feel reminds me of Family Business a lot. Then we got Slow Jams versus Freestyle 4. Freestyle 4 is gonna take this. Slow Jams is pretty good, but Freestyle 4 is one of the most underrated Kanye tracks, in my opinion. The dark, like, strings on that, and just Kanye's extremely vulgar lyrics. It's so Kanye. That track is just so Kanye, so it's gotta move on. Hey Mama versus Famous. This one's tough. Hey Mama's a very heartwarming, emotional track off of Late Registration, especially after the passing of his mother. But Famous, the beat on that is insane. You got the Taylor Swift line, of course. Rihanna, was it Rihanna? Who was singing it? I think Rihanna singing the sample right at the beginning, or the kind of the interpolation, and then actually using the sample at the end. I'm gonna go Famous. Hey Mama's emotional, I love it, but Famous is gonna move on. Lost in the World is gonna be Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is pretty underrated. I recently just got into that track too. The beat on it is insane, and you got the Lil Wayne feature in there. Lost in the World, I love the size of that track though, and I love the Bon Iver sample at the beginning there. So yeah, we're gonna go Lost in the World. That's a close one though. Moon versus Touch the Sky. We're gonna go Touch the Sky. Feeling of that track is insane. I don't know what the sample is, but it's a great sample. It just feels so good. That track just feels amazing. Moon's great too with Don Toliver with those heavenly vocals. Kid Cudi on that as well. But I'm gonna go Touch the Sky for this one. Off the Grid versus Crack Music. I love Crack Music, but Off the Grid is probably one of the best off of Donda. I could listen to Playboi Carti's feature forever. like just put that on loop for 10 hours straight and I would just enjoy it probably. Maybe I should do that for a video, like an old school Mr. Beast type video. But yeah, Off the Grid is amazing. That's gonna move on. Reborn versus Ghost Town. I think Ghost Town's gonna move on. Reborn's great, but Reborn does get a little bit repetitive, I feel like. Heard Him Say versus We Major. Heard Him Say obviously has the Adam Levine feature, which actually kind of works pretty well. I'm gonna go Roses over Monster. I used to like Monster a lot, but then I watched an Alpha Media video pointing out Jay-Z's verse and how kind of strange it is, and I never really noticed that, but it definitely is kind of bad. So I'm gonna go Roses. I think Roses is talking about his grandmother's death, I believe, and I love, the beat on that track is amazing. Can't Tell Me Nothing versus All Falls Down. All Falls Down. I think Can't Tell Me Nothing's a pretty overrated Kanye track. It just feels a little bit dated to me. All Falls Down is great though, with the guitar and I don't even know if it's a sample or if it's someone who actually did like a feature. But either way, the vocals on that are amazing. The lyrics too, talking about being self-conscious and all that type of stuff. So New Slaves versus Diamonds remix. New Slaves has that insane beat switch. Frank is on it too. Diamonds is great though with Jay-Z. I love the beat. It's probably one of my favorite Kanye beats. New Slaves is great lyrically too. It's pretty impactful, the stuff he's talking about. I'm gonna go Diamonds though. I love the Jay-Z feature. That's gonna move on. Champion versus Runaway. No. Why do these have to meet, bro? Champion's one of my favorite Kanye songs ever. Champion is so good, but it has to go to Runaway. I know people like to think that it's overhyped, but it is really that amazing. It's a perfect song. We're gonna go Runaway. It hurts because Champion, like I said, is one of my favorite. That one hurts. We got Fellas in Paris versus Come to Life. Come to Life wins easy. Fellas in Paris, overrated track. Extremely overrated track. Come to Life is emotional, hard-hitting. It's just a better track. Two Words versus We Don't Care. We're gonna go to We Don't Care. The children's choir on there is hilarious, but also kind of depressing what they're singing about. And it's pretty much the intro to College Dropout, so it's a great moment. All right, let's just keep going right here. Come to Life versus We Don't Care. This one's tough. I think I'm gonna go Come to Life. Again, it's emotional. It's close, but I'm gonna go Come to Life. Diamonds remix versus Runaway. Runaway's got to move on. This one's Runaway and Champion was actually closer than this matchup right here. But yeah, Runaway's gonna move on. Roses versus All Falls Down. Another tough one here. I'm gonna go All Falls Down. It's a little bit more catchy. Roses is definitely more emotional, but there's some great lines on All Falls Downs. All Falls Downs? Yeah, we're gonna go All Falls Down. Ghost Town versus We Major. Ghost Town's gonna move on. Again, great feeling to that track. It's just amazing. Touch the Sky versus Off the Grid. I think I'm gonna go Off the Grid. Touch the Sky, again, is a very good, like, feel-good track. But Off the Grid is insane, man. I don't even know how Kanye pulled off, like, a drill beat and actually made it sound good. But he did. Again, Cardi's verse. Kanye has a great verse. Fabio Foreign, if that's how you say it, has a great verse as well. Famous versus Lost in the World. This one's not that close. Famous is gonna move on. Lost in the World's great, but it's not even really that close. Everything I Am versus Freestyle 4. No. These are, again, two of my favorite Kanye songs. Freestyle 4 is moving on. I don't care. It's underrated. It's so entertaining. The lyrics are hilarious. The energy of the track is it's so dark, but it's so Kanye at the same time. Like, these are two completely different sides of Kanye, I feel like. Yeah, Freestyle 4 is gonna move on. That hurts though, because Everything I Am is one of my favorite Kanye tracks. And then we have the Pablo tracks meeting up here. We got Ultralight Beam and Father Stretch My Hands. I'm gonna go Father Stretch My Hands. Beat switch on that is insane. Stronger versus Power. I think Stronger's a little bit better. Both are pretty, like, huge Kanye songs, but I like the Daft Punk sample on Stronger a little bit more, and the production a little bit more. Dark Fantasy versus Celebration. Dark Fantasy is gonna move on. A New Workout Plan versus Hold My Liquor. This one's easy. I mean, New Workout Plan, like I said, it's enjoyable if you're in the right headspace, but Hold My Liquor is just insanely good. So that's gonna move on. Through the Wire versus Blood on the Leaves. This one's actually pretty close. Through the Wires. I'm gonna go Through the Wire. Blood on the Leaves is great, but again, the story, I think the story of Through the Wire is really the only reason why it's super. I mean, the production's great, it sounds great, of course, but the story behind it is really what makes it so amazing. No More Parties in LA versus Fourth Dimension. It's another tough one. No More Parties in LA. I think that one's really tough. I'm not super confident about that one, but I just got to make a decision, so we're going to go there. All of the Lights versus Free. I love Free a lot, but All of the Lights is going to move on. Again, production on that track is unmatched. Family Business versus Black Skinhead. I'm going to go Family Business. It's emotional. I have an emotional connection to the song. Black Skinheads, they're very different songs. And with the Genius documentary too, seeing kind of Family Business, I don't remember who he was playing it for, but he was playing it for someone. And yeah, kind of just, I don't know. I feel like I have a little bit of a bias towards the College Dropout era because of the documentary now. Yeah, I still love it. Family Business is great. Jesus Walks versus Cutting Montage. Jesus Walks is going to move on. All right. Now we're moving on to Jesus Walks versus Family Business. I'm going to go Family Business. Jesus Walks is great, but again, I have more of an emotional connection to Family Business. Again, I'm not like super confident with most of these picks, but that's just the way it is when you have Kanye West and because he has so many just great tracks. All of the Lights is going to beat No More Parties in LA. Two great tracks, but All of the Lights is insane. Through the Wire versus Hold My Liquor. This one's another tough one, man. There's so many tough matchups in this. I love the sound of, I've really grown to love Hold My Liquor more and more as time has gone on. Hold My Liquor just sounds so amazing with the synths and the guitars, and the production on that track is insane, man. I'm going to go Hold My Liquor. Maybe a little bit of an upset, but yeah, it's more enjoyable for me. Dark Fantasy versus Stronger. I don't really know how I don't know how I feel about these two tracks making it this far, because these are not some of my favorite Kanye songs. I mean, they're great. They're on this list for a reason, but I'm going to go Dark Fantasy, I think. Maybe Stronger, actually. I'm going to go Stronger. It's catchy. As much as it's kind of overplayed, I think it's the better track. Father Stretch My Hands versus Freestyle. Freestyle 4 is moving on. Okay? Freestyle 4 is amazing. And I honestly didn't really expect it to get this far, but I mean, it's beat some really good tracks though. It's beat Everything I Am and Father Stretch My Hands. But that's how good it is. It's underrated. It's extremely underrated. Famous versus Off the Grid. Okay. It's another tough one. I'm going to go Famous. Maybe in the future, Off the Grid will grow on me a little bit more. But I think I've just had more time with Famous. Yeah, that's a close one, though. That's a close one. Ghost Town versus All Falls Down. Holy man, these matchups are... I'm going to go Ghost Town. The more I think about it, the less I think it is a close matchup. Ghost Town kind of easily wins that, actually. We have Runaway versus Come to Life. Two great Kanye tracks. Two kind of similar Kanye tracks in my mind as well. I'm gonna go Runaway though. Come to Life is great, but I think it's time for Come to Life to be eliminated. All right, Ghost Town versus Runaway. Again, another very close matchup. Runaway's gonna move on. I know how many people think Runaway is Kanye's best song, but I wouldn't be surprised if Runaway wins this. As much of like a just normie pick that is, it might win. It might win. Freestyle 4 versus Famous. No. Two Pablo tracks. Two of probably my favorite off of Pablo. Two of my favorite actually off of Pablo. I'm gonna go Famous. I think Freestyle 4, this is where it gets knocked out. Famous is a little bit more memorable, I think. This is very tough. Hold My Liquor versus Stronger. This one's pretty clear to me. Hold My Liquor moves on. And then we have Family Business versus All of the Lights. I love Family Business. Again, that emotional connection I have to it kind of puts it over a lot of Kanye tracks, but All of the Lights is going to move on. The drums on that track are so freaking just amazing, and the production in general is just fantastic. I'll talk about it a little bit more. Are we at the final four? We are at the final four. We have Famous versus Runaway and Hold My Liquor versus All of the Lights. I would say that these are probably my top 4 Kanye songs, if I had to actually list Kanye songs, this is probably what the top 4 would be. So I think this is pretty accurate. What we have is the final 4 here. Man, this is hard. Runaway versus Famous. I gotta, you know, we're gonna do a little bit of a refresher. I mean, I don't really need a refresher for Runaway, but it's just so iconic. I know a lot of people don't like the "I sent this bitch a picture of my dick" line, but I think it fits the track so well. Lyrically, I think this track is amazing. This outro, lots of people think it's too long. I think it's perfect. I could listen to that outro forever, like on loop. Again, it's kind of like that Playboy Cardi verse on Off the Grid. The vocal effect on there is just amazing. The cellos that come in, and it's so good. It's actually insane how good that song is. And then we have Famous, the beat drop. Beat is insane. Kanye's lyrics are hilarious. Rihanna sounds amazing. This beat switch. Oh, this is like as close as it can get. This matchup is as close as it can get. I feel like I have to really think really hard about this. Both of these tracks are fantastic. Both of these tracks are iconic. Perfect songs. I'm gonna go Runaway. Runaway's a little bit more emotional, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go Runaway. It hurts to knock out Famous, but we gotta do it. That was really tough. All of the Lights versus Hold My Liquor. We gotta do some refreshers. All of the Lights I was actually listening to this morning. Actually, I gotta listen to the interlude first before this. The interlude is amazing as well. The cello and the piano is perfection. The way it transitions into this. Listen to those drums. Like, the production on this track is some of Kanye's best. Lyrics are amazing. The different phases the track goes through. The end, like, this kind of vocal effect with the piano on there, like, it's just, it's so catchy. It's, oh my gosh, this is like the hardest thing I've ever done. And then we have Hold My Liquor. Like, listen to this, man. Nothing sounds like this. The synths, man, oh my goodness. The guitar solo at the end. As I'm skimming through it, I think I'm gonna go All of the Lights. All right, we have All of the Lights versus Runaway in the finals. 2 dark fantasy tracks. When I look at these tracks immediately, my gut feeling is to go Runaway, because I think it's a more emotional, more important track to Kanye. It's more important to me. I like the lyrics of Runaway more. Runaway is definitely more like avant-garde. I'm gonna go Runaway. We're gonna go Runaway. As much as that's like a predictable ending to this video, I think it deserves all the hype that it's gotten. Runaway is the best Kanye West song. There you have it. That was my Kanye West Madness bracket here. I'm pretty happy with how this went, especially these top 4. These were definitely the hardest matchups. These All of the Lights, Hold My Liquor, Famous, and Runaway. So yeah, again, this is all subjective. It's all just my opinion. Music is completely subjective, so if you have a different opinion, let me know down below. Let me know what your favorite Kanye West song is down below. And yeah, that's gonna do it. I might do a Brockhampton bracket at some point. They do have their final album apparently coming out this year, so I might have to wait for that to come out to do that one. But yeah, this was tough. This was it hurt to get rid of some of these songs, but yeah, Runaway, there you go. Kanye West's best song of all time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe down below, and yeah, that's gonna do it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.